when I feel like, okay, I'm doing something right, that's a mark of success to me. And that is when my mentors or people who I respect and people who I look up to or people because of whom I do what it is that I do, and I go to work every day thinking this is not work, this is my playground. For instance, a dance guru, Mani sir, so many people, my mother, my grandmother, there are so many people who can be your mentors. Even friends can be your mentors in many ways. They're people who actually help you find your way. Quite often they don't tell you what to do, because telling you what to do is their way. But finding your own way, and a good mentor actually sort of nudges you to find that way. And I think that is what actually empowers you. Can I please tell you, I hate being on a stage. I hate it. I don't mind sitting amongst you guys, but I hate being on a stage. It makes me like I want to run away. What people tell you, it is important to listen to them, because otherwise you'd be being arrogant, and I don't think that's a very nice thing to be. So yes, listen, but do what your heart tells you to do. Do what you believe in. Do what feels authentic to you, because I think that is your true journey. I will not kid. I will say I love the fame. I love the love. I love all the wonderful things that I get to do, the travel, all the magical things of being in cinema. But I'll tell you what, to me, success truly, when I feel like, okay, I'm doing something right, that's a mark of success to me. And that is when my mentors or people who I respect and people who I look up to or people because of whom I do what it is that I do, and I go to work every day thinking this is not work, this is my playground, where I can create and where I can be playful. So those people who keep that little child and that little curious child, playful child in me alive, when they pick me to be a part of their vision, and I'm talking specifically from my area of work, when they pick me to be a part of their vision repeatedly, to me that is my success. Where I feel that I'm doing something right, where I'm able to be a part of a dream that I dreamt. Like for me, for instance, a dance guru, Mani sir, so many people, my mother, my grandmother, there are so many people who can be your mentors. Even friends can be your mentors in many ways. They're people who actually help you find your way. Quite often they don't tell you what to do, because telling you what to do is their way. But finding your own way, and a good mentor actually sort of nudges you to find that way. And I think that is what actually empowers you when you do it yourself, because that is when you put yourself there and you are your best self. And I think good mentors do that for you. And for me, I would say, starting with my mother and grandmother, wonderful women who, again, yes, they're achievers, but I think what's special about them is that they play different roles. And they do it with kindness and they do it with grace. I think for me that is very important too. Yes, you can be the greatest achiever, but along that journey, how is it that you live out every day? How is it that you impact other people? How is it that you impact yourself and the people around you? I think that's very important too, and I think my mother and grandmother have shown me that. So people who live by, people who teach you by example, by living the lives that really impact you, I think they're very important. My dance teacher, Leela Samson, she's another person who, I believe, like I asked my mother when I was little, why did you send me to Bharatanatyam class? Why couldn't I have gone to Kathak class? And my mother said, because as a little girl, I wanted you to have the best teacher. Somebody who would be a teacher through life, and not just to teach you where to move your arms and legs, because dance can also be just a movement of your arms and legs, but no, dance is a way of life. It's the discipline that you learn, it's the grace that you learn. And I don't say grace physically, I mean the grace of your heart, the grace of your mind, the grace of every decision that you make. So Leela Samson, Mani Ratnam, in the field that I am in, I would say Mani Ratnam, Sanjay Leela Bhansali, and Rituparna Ghosh, three great directors who I grew up watching. And when I was little, I saw a film of Mani sir's, and I said, I want to be a Mani Ratnam heroine, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I decided when I was quite little. I didn't tell anybody that dream because I believe dreams stay very close to your heart till they come true, and then you can talk about it. But again, people who, for whom the art is greater than they are in service to the art. They are makers of cinema. They're visionaries. They create legacies, and I'm lucky to be a part of those legacies. So yes, they are also my mentors. And so yes, for me, to cut a long story short, I thought it was important to share my mentors with you. I think mentors are the greatest gift that you can have.
There must be some fear when some new role comes up, or there's something new you're trying out you haven't done before. How do you deal? What's your process for dealing with, or do you get scared? I'm not going to make any assumptions. Do you get scared? And if so, how do you deal with that fear?
Of course I get scared. Can I please tell you, I hate being on a stage. I hate it. I don't mind sitting amongst you guys, but I hate being on a stage. It makes me like I want to run away. And one of the reasons, like I learned dance since I was 5 years old, and people will not believe that I was afraid of stepping on stage and dancing. Like I would be in the wings and I'd be like, why do I do this? I'm so stupid. And then once I would be on stage, I'd be okay. But what I'm not fearful of is the camera. And that's where I found my calling, because I love the intimacy of a camera and I feel like you go into this magical world. So that's how I deal with fear, is that I channelize it. And that's the only thing that you can do, right? Because it's very natural, it's human to be fearful. So I channelize my fear, and I always tell myself that it's a good thing, because it makes you, like those butterflies that you have in your tummy, it makes you not be complacent. It makes you not believe that, oh, I've done this, oh, I know it. Like before I step onto even a film set, before you leave me in front of a camera, I'm fine. But when I step onto a film set and it's a new film set, and yes, I've been working since 2011, but there are so many new people on a film set, and actors are like in the line of judgment. One little misstep and you will be judged. And I didn't know how it would happen. And so many people told me so many things. Like, okay, so there's, with us especially, there's the factory manufactured prototype of what is a heroine. Okay, so they wear makeup, they have hair like that, and they wear high heels, and they're glamorous. I didn't like wearing makeup because I didn't grow up with makeup. I hated wearing high heels. I still do. I'm forced to wear high heels because I'm a tiny human being, and because clothes half the time don't fit me. There's so many things like that. So I used to constantly be told, Aditi, you have to be more glamorous. You have to be more of a heroine. When you walk into a room, you can't be this sweet little girl. You have to command, that you're a heroine, and people should be afraid of you. And I used to be like, but why? Why should I do that? I'm me. And I used to keep saying, and because I grew up in an atmosphere where I was encouraged to ask these questions, and they would all be like, you don't know anything. You don't know this industry. Just do what we're telling you. And it used to, and I believed that it came from a good space, so I never let it burden me. But I used to be very confused, because I used to be like, but I, as an actor, have to fulfill different roles on camera, and that suspension of disbelief on camera is very important. So why can't I just be myself in my normal life? Why can't I go to a meeting in my sneakers without any makeup on my face? Like today, I didn't have my mascara on me, and I was like, so what? I'll come. It's okay, I'm me. It's fine. So there are little things like that. So I think you have to sort of just it's like you have to get to a space where you just. And for me, that happened. There was a day when I worked with Mani sir, and when I lived out that dream, and he literally wanted me to go wash my face and come on camera. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually fine. And the people who want you for you, and for what you stand for, what you believe in. Like, I'm only giving you an example of makeup, but it goes way deeper than that. It's also about what you believe in, what kind of cinema what you want to do, what kind of roles you want to do, how you want to be with fans, how you want to, I never want to say no, like I try not to say no to a selfie, which doesn't mean I can give everybody a selfie. But like things like that. So like, I like to be accessible, I like to be me, and that I believe today, the way that the way that I am and how I feel, like this whole thing of finding the music in the noise, etc., etc. I'm able to do that because I found that in myself, and I'm comfortable being me. So I think it is a journey, and I think what people tell you, it is important to listen to them, because otherwise you'd be being arrogant And I don't think that's a very nice thing to be. So yes, listen, but do what your heart tells you to do. Do what you believe in. Do what feels authentic to you, because I think that is your true journey. And it is, and you will see with all achievers, it's the ones who said, I can do it. And who stayed on that path and who truly believed despite what anybody told them, whether it's going abroad to studying like, you know, like repeatedly putting in your applications, saying, I believe I will get that scholarship and it will work in my favor. Whether it's that, whether it's getting the job that you want to do, whether it's saying, I will not go into the family business, but I will do something completely different. Whether it's saying, I don't want to do this job of an investment banker and I want to play the violin. Whatever it is, if your heart tells you to do it, you will do it. And also, to me, I believe it is very important to be the best at what you do. And I don't mean the best where the whole world celebrates you. That is, I have to say this, but that is also your destiny, whether that happens or that doesn't. But I think every day when you live out every moment being your best self, not just as a career thing, but also in the human being that you are, in the way that you make people feel around you, in the way that you actually make yourself feel too. If you can be your best self, I think you have lived a successful life.